Hi, my name is Tanil. This is a video of initial consultation and health screening completed on the 4th of July 2021. Alright, Adrian, lovely to meet you today. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for making time to meet with me.
Brilliant, not a worry. Okay, beautiful. So I believe here, let me just pull up some information on you, Adrian. So I believe you are looking to return to the gym after a 10-year absence, and you wanted to come in and just go through some information and find out a little bit more info about starting a program with us.
Yeah, I was feeling so overwhelmed, like 10 years not being at the gym.
Yeah.
I've been putting it off, and I just, now that I've moved a bit closer from work,
Beautiful.
I don't have the same commute, so I'd like to be able to dedicate that time to going to the gym.
Awesome.
But it's just, it's real scary just to jump in.
To get into it, absolutely. I know there's a few things that kind of need to be done just to make sure we're going with the right approach, the safe approach, making sure we're doing something that's appropriate for you. Obviously, it's been a while since you've been in the gym, so look, what we'll do today is we'll just go through some basic questions. It'll just give me a bit more info on what you have done, a bit of health sort of information, a bit of background history on you. We'll fill out some forms and kind of go from there and just see where you're at. So if you're happy, we'll kind of just start through. So I've got a pre-exercise screening. It's pretty basic, as I said, just a few questions. So I'll just fill it out here and I'll ask your details as I go, Adrian. So,
yeah.
Okay, let's just fill this out. So Adrian, what's your date of birth?
1st of January.
Beautiful.
And I'm 53 years old, so
Yeah.
got to work out the year for that one.
Beautiful.
Can't really remember.
That's okay, awesome. Okay, and male, fantastic. Okay, so this stage 1 is compulsory. It's just a few questions about a bit of history for you, and then we'll kind of just work out from there where we need to kind of go. So has your medical practitioner ever told you that you have a heart condition, or have you ever suffered a stroke?
I have not suffered a stroke, but I recently, my wife has been nagging me, and and I finally went and got my yearly checkup, and she was sick of me whinging, so my GP has told me that I have some early signs of cardiovascular disease, and I guess that was a bit of the nip in the butt that I needed.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really just trying to get on top of that before the early signs progress too far for me to action anything. So
okay, all right, so we'll click yes to that. Just that you do have obviously some early stages of having a heart condition. I'd rather just tick it as a yes, and we'll make sure we follow the right procedures there. Okay, all right, so good to know. Now, do you ever experience unexplained pains or any discomfort in your chest at rest or during any physical activity or exercise?
No.
No? Okay, good. No, that's good. Do you ever feel faint or dizzy or lose any balance during physical exercise or activity?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Have you had an asthma attack requiring any medical attention at all in 12 months?
No.
Okay, beautiful. And do you have diabetes at all, type 1 or type 2?
No, but again, my wife has been nagging me that my diet is not the best.
Not ideal, okay.
But no signs of diabetes.
Beautiful. No, that's good. We can work on the diet and whatnot, so we can definitely approach that as well today. So good to know. Do you have any other conditions that may require special consideration while exercising?
No other conditions. I haven't actually spoken to my GP about returning to exercise or anything yet. He just raised his initial concerns about my cardiovascular early signs of my disease there, but other than that, I can't think of anything else.
No, that's good. So good to know. So you have obviously been to your doctor. Your doctor's mentioned you've got some pre-early signs, but you haven't had an official sort of sign-off tick saying, yep, happy to go ahead with exercise. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Cool. No, that's all good. No worries. What we'll probably do today is just get a bit of a letter written up for your GP, and I'll just sort of let him know that you've requested to start some exercise, and just get a bit of a tick of approval from him to say that he's happy to go ahead. So we can easily write that up for you today. So no worries. Now, describe your current physical activity or exercise levels in a typical week by stating the frequency and the duration of these activities.
I'm a little bit ashamed of my answer, but I can't say it's too much at all. Look, I'm an accountant by day, so my job is very sedentary, and I sometimes will sit there for 6 hours without even standing up. So I've recently got a sit to stand desk because I was finding I was getting lots of pain through my back from sitting for such long periods of time. But
that's good. Okay, no, that's awesome. So not at the moment sort of doing any exercise as such. You're heading in the right direction though, taking some good steps about coming to the gym. You're getting a stand-up desk. I'm liking his answers. We're in the right direction. Okay, so we'll pop in here that at the moment you're doing 0 hours of any physical exercise, which is fine. It just basically means that when we do start off and when we do get our program written, that we will just start with some really light to moderate exercise, obviously just to build up that tolerance and see where we're at. So beautiful. Okay, that one is pretty simple. Just bear with me. So
it's all right, take your time.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're getting everything covered. Alright, so you did answer yes to one of the questions in stage 1. So it's just letting me know here that we need to seek some guidance from an appropriate health professional. So as I mentioned, it'll just be a bit of a GP referral that I'll write up for you today. So cool, okay, alright.
I think I have a visit with them next week, so I can take the referral to them for my catch up with them.
Yeah, beautiful, Adrian. Okay, awesome. All right, that is our first one. So that's our pre-screening exercise. So we've obviously flagged something there that will have a referral written for you. We will jump across to our fitness coach personal profile. So it's just to gather a little bit more info about what your goals are, what you want to achieve, about the sort of types of exercise that may interest you. It'll kind of help me in creating that sort of program for you as well. So we will just start from the top. I'll fill some details out, Adrian. So you said your date of birth was the 1st of January.
Yep.
Beautiful. So your occupation, you said you're an accountant.
Yep.
Brilliant. Okay. All right. So I'll just grab your home address if I can.
8 Burns Road.
Beautiful.
Currajong.
Lovely. Okay. Where are we? In Currajong. Fantastic. And that is your postcode.
2751.
Beautiful. 2751. Okay. Okay, and I'll take your phone number if I can.
Yep. 04 34
34
779
779
348.
348. Brilliant. Okay, and the best email address to reach you.
Adrian McLaughlin @gmail.com.
Beautiful. Gmail.com. Now, all this information is confidential, so it does just stay on our system, so it's not sort of, personal or anything to be given out to anyone. So,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Beautiful. And I'll take an emergency contact detail from you if I can. So, would you like to put your wife down?
Yeah.
Beautiful. And her name?
Nina.
Beautiful. And Nina's best contact number?
04
Yes, 04
34
34
543
543
158.
Beautiful. Okay. So what is your so some health and fitness goals that we'll go through. So what is your number one goal? I suppose from this return to the gym.
Look, I don't really know where I want to start, but if I had to identify a few things, I guess it would just be some overall, just improving my overall health and as I said, my wife's been nagging me about my diet and not having time for my own self to do things and whinging every time I get out of bed for, my joints being a little bit like slow to get moving, and it's just because I'm not exercising or doing anything. So I guess it's just to improve my health, my diet, and maybe increase my flexibility.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. No, that's awesome. So improve your overall health, your overall diet, and you said flexibility.
Yeah, or mobility, I guess, just to
Yeah,
get
beautiful.
away.
Just to be able to feel a bit comfier. Obviously, you're sitting down all day, just to feel a bit more healthier in your skin.
A bit more pain-free.
Beautiful. Overall health, diet, and your mobility. That's a great answer. Covers everything, so I'm really happy with that. When do you want to achieve this goal by? What do you think a reasonable approach and a reasonable time frame is for us to kind of get into things once we've had go ahead from our GP? What do you sort of think a reasonable time frame would be for that goal?
I guess again in 6 months I would like to have some real positive steps towards it, but I think in my experience setting a short-term goal might be a little bit more beneficial. So if it's just about building consistency or building confidence and little things along the way, I think in 6 months I'd like to look back and think I've
Come a long way.
changed my routine and come a long way in just putting my health first or giving time for it. But
I think let's go with 6 months. I think that's pretty reasonable. I know what you're saying about short-term goals, but I mean, there's nothing saying we can't set short-term goals as we go. Of course, the goals that we will set will be about, coming to the gym X amount of days a week, however many sessions per week. We'll set those things together and we'll keep on track. And I think we could go with an overall 6-month plan. It sounds good. Okay. So some other important goals. So I'm just going to jot down a few of those other things that you said. I know you mentioned improved joints. Back pain, they're the sort of things you want to improve. Overall diet, is there anything else that's sort of important to you?
I'm trying to think, sorry.
That's okay. Do you even think like improving, your fitness, being able to, come to the gym and, gradually increase how long your sessions can go for and how you feel at the end?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, good.
I mean,
okay.
I actually used to walk the dog with my wife every morning, but probably for the last 3 or 4 years I haven't really done that with her, and she's got fitter in that time, so she will now walk 4 or 5 Ks, and I'm normally pretty buggered after a K, so I would really love to build on my fitness so that I could do something like that with her. I know it's only walking, but
no, that's fantastic. That's exactly what we want. This whole goal is to improve everyday activities, everyday life, and that's super important. Absolutely. So that's good. Okay, being able to walk the dog again with your wife, that's beautiful. And what do you think you need to do to be successful to achieve this overall 6-month goal plan? I might chime in and say consistency. Let's put that one down. So making sure we're consistent in our approach, making sure we are, as we said, set some short-term goals. So maybe I can put that down, consistency, maybe some short-term goals.
Yes, I definitely agree. I think as I haven't been to the gym for 10 years, and this is kind of where I feel 10 years ago in my youth, I was, very, very fit back then. I used to love coming and doing the weights and whatnot, and I've tried a few times getting out there, by myself, but it just doesn't work. So I think, getting back into what I enjoyed 10 years ago and building consistency with that. So I want to learn to love it again and not be scared. I just want to enjoy it and it be, a positive experience. And I think that only really comes by, I need somebody to hold me accountable for the first few bits while I get back into that rhythm, but
absolutely.
It's a bit hard right now.
No, that's exactly what I'm here for, and these are all perfect answers. So it sounds like we're going to have a really successful approach and definitely get things in the right track for you. Okay, so currently exercising, that one's a no. That's fine. Okay, so let's pop on here. That one's going to be a no. You have not been pregnant. Do you have or have you had any serious medical concerns?
Just the early signs of cardiovascular disease. So far.
Okay, let's just jot that down. So early.
I guess I don't know if this counts, but technically I guess I am overweight.
Yeah.
For my the doctors do say I'm overweight when they kind of fill in that questionnaire. So I don't know if that counts.
No, it's good. We'll definitely put that down because it's something to be mindful of. Of course, it does have effect on all of those things. So I'll pop down on here, obviously early signs of cardiovascular disease and obviously being overweight. Okay, and do you take any regular medication at all?
No, nothing as of yet.
Sure, okay. Alright, no, that's good. I think we've filled everything out on here. I'm just going to double check we haven't missed anything. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, so let's do some basic health checks. So the things we are going to check will just be your resting heart rate. We will do a waist to hip ratio, so it just gives me an idea of sort of your measurements and whatnot. So we'll do waist girth, we'll do the hip girth, we'll do your resting blood pressure, and then we'll work out your BMI from there, okay? So what we'll do to start is we'll do your heart rate first. Obviously we'll get that one out of the way so it's as accurate as possible. So I'm going to do a basic check for you. It'll just be a 60-second check, and it'll basically be me just sort of using two fingers. I'm going to check the pulse for you. As I said, it'll be 60 seconds. So I'm just going to grab my stopwatch, so just give me one moment.
No worries, take your time. Oh, is that yours? There you go.
Here we go, I've got it here. Okay. Alright, perfect. So, alright, I will come across and I will get you just to stay seated. I will start by finding beautiful. Alright, and we'll just go for 60 seconds. Okay.
It's a lovely day outside today.
Definitely. Okay. So I'm just counting the beats. Beautiful. Alright, I'll just write that down. Okay, so the resting heart rate, we've got 85, so we'll jot that down. Okay, we're now going to do your resting blood pressure. Okay, so we'll just pop this heart rate, blood pressure on, so we'll just pop it around here. It'll just be a few seconds. Okay, beautiful. Alright, so we've got 129 over 79. Okay. Over 79. Okay, we'll now do some measurements. So we'll do your waist measurement. So I'll get you to stand up if I can, Adrian. Now, I'm just going to have to pop this around. So it's all good if I measure around. You're happy with that?
Yeah,
beautiful. Okay, so I will just pop it around your waist. So,
do you need me to lift my jacket?
yeah, I was going to say, if you could lift your jacket, perfect. Now I'm just going to stand behind. We're just going to go around. Okay, I'll just stand behind. Okay, alright, perfect. I'll just jot that down. Okay, 1 second.
No worries, I'm not in any rush.
Do your hips as well. Okay. So, alright, we'll just get your feet together. Perfect. Alright, I'm just going to stand to the side. Okay. Alright. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Okay. Drop that one down. That's all I need to grab off you. Thank you. It's okay. All right.
Hopefully we can see them drop a bit over time, no?
Absolutely, yes. Okay, all right. So we will work that out in a moment now with your BMI. So, okay. Just bear with me. I'm just going to work out your BMI quickly. And then this is one other thing that we will sort of monitor a little bit over time.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to need to grab your height quickly. So do you know how many centimetres you are?
I think 174.
Beautiful.
I think I measured about. You know what? I haven't grown in a few years, so I'm pretty sure it's still a safe measurement.
Beautiful. And when you were at the GP last, and they mentioned the early cardiovascular disease, did you get your weight checked?
Yes.
Yeah. And what did you weigh?
105.
Okay, beautiful. So we'll go off your 174 centimetres and 105. So at the moment, okay, so we are sitting at about 34 for your BMI. So yes, we are in that overweight, obese category. So we already mentioned that. We know the GP's already mentioned that. So of course, that is something we will monitor. Ideally, that BMI number will come down over time as well. So we'll pop that in for you. So we're at 34. Okay. All right, brilliant. So I'm just going to ask a few other basic questions, and then that'll finish us off. What I will do from here, as I said, these questions will give me a bit more of an idea of your training, when you want to train, how often, the things you're going to enjoy. So how active is your job? You mentioned you sit down, so it's quite sedentary.
Yeah. Okay.
And how active is your day?
The most exercise I'd get, it would be walking probably from the car to the office, which is 300-400 meters.
Yeah, all right.
And
so
then
we'll
maybe down to get my lunch.
Okay. How many hours a night are you sleeping at the moment?
Roughly 6 hours a night would be on average, probably.
Yeah. Okay. So in the past month, how often have you been physically restricted by your health?
I'm gonna say I do need to rest. If I go to the shops and do a big shop, I'll do that in the morning before I get kind of too fatigued. But I think the biggest restriction would be when I'm trying to do gardening and mow the lawns and stuff like that. So I don't find too much daily restriction. It's more when I'm doing some of the bigger.
And is that more so just in like movement, just because you're feeling stiff, you're feeling tired, that sort of thing?
Yeah. I'm just fatiguing a lot quicker than my young bones used to. So
okay.
And we have quite a large property to take care of, so I think it's just
a lot of work to do. Yeah. Okay. And in the past month, how often have you been emotionally affected by your health?
In the past month, more frequently. Having gone to the GP and them telling me I have early signs of cardiovascular disease, and my wife not dropping that any day. So probably a little bit more in the past month.
Yeah. Okay. So you're thinking maybe once or twice in the last month?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tick the statement that most accurately describes your diet. I feel that my diet is healthy and does not require changing. I feel that there are a few changes I could make to my diet to improve my health. Or I feel that my diet requires a number of changes and I'm not sure where to start.
That one.
Last one? Beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to pop on here that yes, we are going to do a nutritional consultation as well, just to go through some sort of healthy eating sort of strategies. Okay, so how much time can you commit to your exercise plan? How many days per week do you think is reasonable for you?
I think definitely, I want to say 3 to begin with.
I
would
think 3 is
increase that maybe down the track, but at the moment I think 3 would be the maximum that I could do.
Beautiful. And how many minutes per session? Are you thinking like half an hour, an hour?
I'm thinking on the weekend I'm thinking 2 sessions during the week, which might need to be 30, maximum 45 minutes, because it would be before work. But then on the weekend I'd have a bit more time and I could probably do an hour session then.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to pop on here that our goal is to complete as an overall amount if we do 3 45-minute sessions. If that works out being one as 30 minutes, one as 60 minutes, it'll average out. So we'll go with 3 45 minutes as our sort of goal overall, and we can divide those minutes out, as you said, midweek and weekend. Okay, so you mentioned morning's going to be your preference before work.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then on weekends I'm really flexible. I can work around you.
Good. Okay. No, that's awesome. And what days do you think are going to be best for you to train on? Keeping in mind these days can change. It's not going to set anything in stone. It's just going to give me an idea.
Yeah. I'd like to start the week good, so definitely a Monday.
Beautiful.
And then probably Saturday as well. But the other day during the week, I don't really.
Okay. So you think maybe if we were to go for maybe Wednesday?
Yeah.
Maybe a Monday and a Wednesday during the week. So something at the start of the week, something midweek. We can relax a little bit. Thursday, Friday, I know things get a bit crazy usually towards the weekend with work.
Yes. Yeah.
and then we'll go for a Saturday session, and ideally that Saturday will be that little bit longer.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
I like
Okay. All right. So a few things on here. If I show you this, it'll help you sort of just double check. So any of these interest here? Are you pretty? Which ones do you think you'd be interested in sort of doing?
Yeah, walking, rowing machine, free weights, weight machine, stretching, sport, and even group exercise classes.
Yeah, beautiful.
Might be fun.
Yeah, and when you say group exercise, are you pretty flexible? You thinking like you're happy to do circuit style training, maybe some boxing classes, or is there anything you're not going to enjoy?
Yeah, I actually really used to enjoy boxing.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I actually found it really nice to be part of the community in that regard. So
good. Okay, all right. Well, we do boxing classes here. We do fitness group classes. So I'll pop down boxing as a preference, and then maybe just your group style fitness type classes. Just how you mentioned community, it's really good to kind of get to know some people in the gym. So beautiful. Okay, so group style classes. Awesome. Okay. What intensity? I might answer this one for you. Obviously, we've got low, moderate, and high. I'm thinking just with those few things that we've mentioned, and obviously starting off and being quite fresh in our approach, I think we're going to go on the lower side of things. Of course, there's nothing saying that as we build, those classes can't then increase to moderate. Possibly your 2 midweek sessions are a little bit lighter, and then your weekend you do your group class on a Saturday morning, and it's that more moderate to high. Okay. Is there anything that does not interest you that you would like to avoid in your program?
I fall asleep in yoga.
Yeah.
That being a meditation, gosh, I cannot be present for that.
Yeah, okay, beautiful. No, good to know.
If I'm going to work out, I'd like to have at least break one sweat. So
yeah, okay. So your yoga and meditation type classes, that's okay. We will put some stretching into your program anyway, so no need to kind of do those extra things if they don't interest you. You might find over time that it might really benefit you, and you may wish to add it in.
Well, maybe you
Beautiful. Okay, are there any questions that you have? Anything that you would like any clarification on?
No, you've done very, very well. Thank you for all of your help today.
That's okay. So basically, steps from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write up a bit of a referral plan for you. Going through this second questionnaire, I think what I might do is do up a GP referral for you just to get some clearance from the doctor to make sure they're comfortable with you doing, are the 3 sessions okay? Is the length okay? Is the low to moderate suitable? Any of those things that you've ticked that maybe they want you to avoid with the group classes and things like that, I'm just going to get a bit of an approval from them. And then one other thing I think I'll write up for you is a bit of a referral to a dietitian. So we can do some really basic nutrition sort of info and guidance for you, just in the sense of, what's healthy, what's not, just in general approach. I think you will really benefit from seeing a professional in that sense. So I'll have those 2 referrals written up. I'll email them across to you sort of this afternoon, so you've got them, and then that way you can go ahead and get those appointments booked in. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. All right, I will absolutely be in touch. I'll get the referrals across to you once we've had some approvals on those ends. We'll go from there.
Thank you.
Thank
See you next time.
Most welcome. Thank you, mate. See you later.